Hello, my creatively faithful friends. Welcome back to my channel. This is Teresa, and I am here today to demonstrate or set up, use the products from the Book Lovers Bundle in my reading journal that I'm setting up for the second half of the year. Well, not really half of the year, but for the last quarter of the year. This is a bundle of products that I designed and I put out with Not Too Shabby. And here is her information. I will leave all of the, and these are the socials. You can find her. You'll get this little thank you card if you order. I will leave all of the products and links and everything in the description box down below. I will tell you what I have used as I'm using it and, share the products with you. For now, I'm going to move them out of the way, except for this washi tape, because I'm going to use that first. And then we'll get right to it. Okay, so this is the Book Lovers Bundle that I designed. There's a washi tape. I am going to start off by putting this up at the top. And I'm just going to tear it. I kind of like that torn look. And then I'm going to put it down at the bottom. Oh, sorry. I see I'm not in frame. Okay, so I've got it at the top and at the bottom. And the first thing I am going to do is stamp out my books. Well, no, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm sorry, is stamp out my title. And my title for this is Books Read. And you'll kind of see what I'm going to do with this. Books Read. And I think I am going to use this brown. Trying to find something that's the right height to go under here because there's not a lot of leverage under here because, the book, it's in the first early pages of the book. So I think I'm going to stick with the brown. But I am gonna stamp the books in black though. So we'll have brown and black on the page. So there is that. Okay, we are going to go right here and stamp that down. Okay. Oh, I like that. All right. So then we'll clean that off in a minute. Then I am going to use September, October, November, and December. And we're going to, on this page, we're going to kind of keep track of the books that I read in those 4 months. Because that's when this reading journal is going to start in September. So I am trying to get it all set up so I can not be too far behind. You know, I've been behind in my reading journal all year long. Hopefully I don't start off 2025 that way. But I think we might need a little bit more space between these. And I know you can't see what I'm doing. I'm getting these months put on the blog. That's the only thing with using a book, a bound book, is I have a stamping tool where I, you know, stamp things out. When I use acrylic stamps, I stamp things out, you know, and I can get them positioned just right. I can stamp them over again if they don't stamp right. But in a book, you can't really do that. Okay, so I have September, and that is crooked. September is crooked. Let's see. I have September, October, November, December. September's still crooked. I am so sorry. I could edit all of this part out, but I'm going to let you see in real time. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this. Excuse my head. I'm going to stamp this right there, because I'm going to write the word in between, I-N, in between there. Okay, so let's hope. Fingers crossed. Please forgive my head. Okay. Now, I do have a brown pen. Okay, so let's write it in pencil first. See, I did not get it centered. Oh. Look what I did. I'm thinking. I think I'll use some sticker paper, because I don't want it to look like that. Let's see if it will erase, though, because I do have a sand eraser. Okay, I think it erased enough to where I'm okay with it. So I am going to write out in pencil. The word that I'm going to put right there. Okay, we'll go back and erase that in a little bit. I'm sorry, I am not the most polished video content creator at all. Especially when I'm doing process stuff. So thanks for bearing with me. So let's put our September, October, November, December off to the side so we don't lose them, because they're tiny, tiny stamps. You certainly don't want to lose them. And then we are going to stamp our books in black. And I am using, for stamping the books in black, I'm using VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. That's the best ink that I like to use for stamping in black. Okay. All right. So we have those 4, and I already measured three more will fit on an A. This is an A5 size notebook, and 3 more books will fit across there. So I have inked up all 4 of them, and now I'm taking a baby wipe and I'm going to wipe the ink off of that 4th one very carefully without touching the other one. And I think I did touch it just a tiny bit, but we can fix that. And guess what? I wiped the ink the way I thought I needed to do it. I wiped the ink off the wrong one on the end. Okay, so let's ink those up again. And now we're going to wipe the ink off of the right one. Okay, so we're going to get 3 more right there. Sorry for my head. Okay. Now, I'll do the other 2 rows. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 28. I think 28 books will be enough. I think 21 might be enough. Let's see. Anyhow, I'm going to do the other rows that I am going to do, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I am going to leave just 21 books there. I got my rows all stamped. These books on the end kind of didn't stamp out well, but just because of the way the book is, not because of the stamp at all. So next year I'm using a B5, so I think that'll be a whole lot better. And so that'll give me some room down here for decor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some decor in this corner down here and leave enough room to stamp one more row of books. That'll be 21, 22, 23, 20, 21 plus 4 is 25. That will give me 25 more spaces. I only read 5 books in the month of September, maybe only 4. And so I'm pretty sure that will be plenty for the month, the rest of the year. Okay, so what I'm going to do to kind of differentiate from the months is I am going to color code what I plan for my deco in the month of September, October, November, and December. So whatever color is my main color for those months in my intro pages to the months, then that's what color I will color in those books. And I am going to go ahead and pick out those colors right now. I know what September and October are going to be already, but I really not sure what November and December are going to be, but I can pretty much figure it out. Okay. So this is how I plan to do that. So September is going to have a kind of an orange theme. So I'm going to just scribble over that with that color. October is going to be kind of more of a mustardy yellow, and I probably picked out too bright of a yellow, which I did. Let's see. I don't really have in my colored pencils a mustardy yellow. So that's going to be October. And then we have, and I'll need to leave those. What I do when I color code something is I leave those pencils out and put them in the back of my colored pencil case. And then I'll know exactly, you know, where they go. And I don't have a tendency, or I don't have the chance to pick up the wrong color. So in November, we use just a green. And then in December, we're going to use a red. And and I know you really can't see that now. So I'll know that's December, a dark red. So I will put these in the back of my pencil case. For right now, I'm just going to stick them in the front pocket. And we will decorate that bottom corner. And I want to show you something that I had talked about showing you. So I am using this from the Books Galore paper pad. And I am going to fussy cut, well, not fussy cut. I am going to cut out this right here, but I am going to use my gyro cut. I told you that I would come back and kind of show you how to use a gyro cut. And I do want to tell you I am not real proficient with it, but it works pretty good. So it has a blade that swivels. So as you hold it in your hand and you can kind of turn it. Like I said, I have not had it that long, so I have definitely not perfected it. It does have a little bit of a learning curve and some practice. But if you don't need to get super close, then it works pretty good. Let's go this way, and you can just kind of go different ways. Okay. There we go. Well, let's see if I cut through enough. I didn't really cut through enough, but I've cut through enough that I am going to use my scissors to kind of go on that cutting line. See how it's gonna come off pretty easy. I didn't want a chance going around it again and not being in the same spot. But these are pretty, you know, if you don't feel like you need to cut them perfectly, they're pretty, you know, you can kind of cut around them, and they're pretty, you know, easy images to cut around. As long as you feel like you don't feel like you need, you know, an exact cut around them. Let me clean up the kind of raw edges. There we go. All right, so what I am going to do with this and this, I'm also going to fussy cut this out. But I am going to use the gyro cut, see if I can, you know, get a good cut. I am going to cut out just one more chapter. That's how I was yesterday reading a book. I needed just one more chapter. In fact, I finished the book I was reading yesterday. I read probably about 200 pages yesterday. See, it likes to go that way better than going this way. I know that didn't, you know, that might not have made sense. Okay, and this is pretty thick paper. So it's not like I'm cutting through sticker paper or anything like that. So it's, you gotta, to cut through this paper, you're gonna need to have a pretty cool, pretty firm pressure. Okay. So what I am going to do with this is pull back in my vintage photo, that brown ink pad that I use, the Distress Oxide. And I will have everything linked down below for you, just in case you don't have these kind of supplies and you might want to, you know, get them. And they are all affiliate links, but you can use my affiliate link at no extra charge to you. Of course, I'm not advocating that you have to run right out and do that. Any brown ink would do. So, and some of them aren't affiliate links. Like these brushes, I couldn't find this brush the other day when I was doing this. These brushes, I do not have an affiliate link for. I absolutely love them. But you can also get, you know, a different set somewhere else, which I will link both down below and you can choose. Okay. So we have this. I'm going to add this up in the corner. Use my tape gun, my ATG gun, and then I am not going to close this because it takes Distress Oxide ink a little while to dry. And I was going to do 2 pages for you today, but this video is long enough, so I will come back later this week. I will have a video doing this, using these products, every day this week except for Wednesday. So I'll have another video tomorrow, and then Thursday and Friday we'll have a video setting up the intro pages in my reading journal and using all of the Not Too Shabby products. So once again, to recap, I use the Not Too Shabby Book Lovers Bundle. I'll have a picture right here to show you. In the next clip, you can see all the products better. I will have all the links in the description box down below. I will see you again in the next video tomorrow. Bye. Thank you.